This is not the church of Joseph Smith.
Travis Wingoodsell. The angel Gabriel has blown his trumpet twice from Magna, Utah, of Judah, phonetically the same. And it just goes to show that there's yet another birth date in the Gospels that was messed up as to what it really meant and referred to. So, yeah, I was checking on the lawyers, Taylor John Hatfield and Swen R. Swenson. And they're just little kids. I mean, seriously, they are not taking this seriously. And so the church is simply going to be using the standard, oh, we're a religion, we can't be touched, we can commit any crime we want, because my boss told me so, and I work for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's got church in the name, therefore it's a church, and it has to be left alone. And that would explain the interrogation by a Mormon the other day who is clueless about the church, as he deceived me as to his intentions for contacting me, and I of course caught it and didn't hear back from him, but we can check just in case he did after he had some time to think about it. But it also confirms that his shift ended for the day and had to get home, and as a good Mormon boy he got married to a subservient Mormon girl. Nope, he has not responded. Karen did half an hour ago. Dear, I went back to bed. What are you sleeping in your clothes for? So excuse me while I email her the picture of where it was located. She got to be the first to know all the secrets, and then she went and pulled a Delilah on me. Let's see. Pictures. And Magna means strong. Gabriel means strong God. Gabriel was the angel, not angle, who appeared to Mary to announce the coming of Christ. And I'll put in the picture of Gabriel that I obtained just before this video. Which one should I choose? I'll do the one without wings, because as a Mormon she will understand it still. Yeah, so the lawyers aren't taking this, or the church lawyers, law firm, they're not taking this serious. They're handing it off to their rookies. And so, yeah, that's why the other lawyer who was investigating yesterday got his butt spanked by me. And he's now running and hiding. Oh no, I'm defending the evil organization. Yeah. Welcome to our lives as Mormons. So, unless you were a descendant of the Danites of Brigham and Heber, you're clueless as to what's going on. So, but I went into law school so I can defend the church. I went into ancient languages to defend Joseph. So, welcome to the club. So, yeah. There you go. The church just doesn't care. They think they're protected with the judges and the courts. They think that they're protected as a religious organization, and so they sent rookies to deal with it and send the standard, oh, we're a religion, we can't be touched. They're just going to get their butts spanked, and they're going to humiliate and embarrass the church, as they continually have done in the past. That's why I said the law firm sucks. It's just like people who work for the church just don't get inspired, or they don't listen to inspiration. Because I walked in to the church. I moved here from graduating at the University of Lethbridge in Canada. Moved to Utah in August 1996. The first day I went looking for work, they were the third business. And I knew very well I couldn't just start at the top of a business. I had to start at the bottom. And I assumed my parents knew. I assumed my wife knew. Stephanie, not Karen. And yet I get a job that very day at the church. The other two jobs called me back later that day and 2 days later. And I said, oh, I'm sorry, I already got a job. You have to be on the ball with me, because I was a hot commodity. And the church took me, and they said, well, you know, we can't pay you what you're worth, so we're going to screw you. I said, yeah, whatever. I know I have to start at the bottom. In the days of my dad, as to why it was important to go to the university and college, was so that you were supposed to get a starting pay equivalent to your education. My generation, that was done away with. And so the beginning of underemployed began during my generation. And my dad didn't understand that, because he went on to get a master's and thus was able to walk in on the top positions for master's jobs until he moved to Utah under this current change in the economy, and he had to settle for a lesser pay working for Rhodes Bakery in the mailroom as a person who had a master's in finance and business. I guess his bachelor's at Berkeley was business, or was it finance? It was finance at Berkeley, business at the University of Utah, I think. It's one of those things like, yeah, whatever, Dad. You're so cool. But my dad's generation do not understand the transition that occurred during Reagan, with Reagan economics. Oh, we'll just throw tons of money at the big corporations and they'll trickle it down to the little people. Yeah, complete and utter failure as they just reinvested the money into the stock market in themselves. And it took time to get the government to allow that to reinvest in themselves. But yeah, they reinvested the money rather than giving it to their employees and giving special deals to the customers with lower prices and better quality. The whole thing was an utter failure. And now we're suffering the consequences with extortion economics, which is another transition that I've recognized. But apparently the millennial generation are clueless as to the extortion economics that they grew up in. Alrighty. So, yeah. The church just don't give a damn. They think they're protected. And here I come, ready or not. And the lawyer just got a taste of me the other day. Watch the video. I go over his comments and my replies, and with commentary.